speak to Ceyhun Mollazada, a political scientist who joins us now from Istanbul. Good to have you with us. Just help us to understand why this area, Nagorno-Karabakh, is such a bone of bitter contention between Azerbaijan and Armenia.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting me to your program. The bitterness of the whole situation is the occupation of the 20% of Azerbaijan and ethnic cleansing on that territory in 1992 and 1993. And also I have to add that prior to that, starting from 1988, before the collapse of the USSR, Armenian they got rid of all Azerbaijanis, 200,000 of them from Armenia, and they claimed the secession from Azerbaijan in Nagorno-Karabakh. And since that, in 1992 and 93, Armenians occupied all of Nagorno-Karabakh, which is only 1/5 of Azerbaijan territory, and 7 adjacent regions where Neo-Armenians resided, and that added around 750,000 Azerbaijanis. And the UN High Commissioner for Refugees put it in a number of 1,100,000 Azerbaijani refugees and IDPs. And that 20% of Azerbaijan is under occupation since that. And Azerbaijan, during that period of time, had a poor ability to defend its own territory, its own people. Armenia got assistance from the 366 former Soviet regiment, and plus the Arab militants from the Middle East, from Lebanon and Syria. They attacked those Azerbaijani territories, and since that, people lived in the refugee camps with the malaria and all the diseases. However, Azerbaijan cut a deal brokered by OSCE in 1994 for the ceasefire and focused on nation building, executed the energy contract, started to assist and aid the refugees, and almost resettled, most of them. And during that period of time, the OSCE, so-called Minsk group, co-chaired by United States, Russia, and France, they tried to broker a peace. Azerbaijan made significant, compromises in order to resolve the outstanding situation through the political means.
But there's never been a peace treaty, has there, since 1994? And now the latest fighting is escalating. And that area, the South Caucasus, it's a strategic position, as you've mentioned there, in the global energy market. So does this conflict have wider implications for beyond the region?
In fact, yes, because in 1993, United Nations Security Council, in the consent of all 5 members, adopted a resolution, and 4 of them, demanding the unconditional and full withdrawal of Armenian forces from Azerbaijani territories. But Armenia ignored that demands and enjoyed special military cooperation with Russia, also economic and military relations with Iran, and also received aid from the Western club. So Azerbaijan, in a way, was kind of left alone, except got always the moral support of Turkey. But rather than that, never wanted to engage in the fightings. But Armenians constantly, even during the ceasefire, they attacked Azerbaijani civilians on that conflict area. From the occupied territories, they also constantly killed Azeri civilians. And recently, when Prime Minister Pashinyan, came to power, he seems to be started to use a tough rhetoric that Nagorno-Karabakh is Armenia dot, and in a way he departed from peace negotiations. He provoked like attacks on Tovuz region, which is bordering and far away from Nagorno-Karabakh, where the energy pipelines for oil and gas and the railroad goes to the world markets. He wanted to take over the energy corridor and take more territories and create more refugee, humanitarian disaster in Azerbaijan. And it was on July 12, 2020, and then Azerbaijani army rebuffed that, and there was Azerbaijani army is no longer the same as it was in 92 and 93. In fact, there was no army at
Okay.
the time. And now, on the 27th of September, they attacked again from Nagorno-Karabakh and killed civilians. And at that time, the president of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, he said, this is the last drop, and we have to defend our territory. That over 28 years of the peace talks within the OSCE didn't produce anything. It seems to be that Armenia is a spoiled child of everybody, evil, in the region, between Tehran and Moscow supporting it, and also the civilized world, not doing anything much to, let them execute the United Nations Security Council resolutions. So we have to rely on our own people.
Okay, Ceyhun, we're going to have to leave it there, I'm afraid. But thank you very much. Really interesting points that you've made there. Ceyhun Mollazada there.
Sure.